Hello friends, welcome back to the last episode of 2021. Can't believe the year's gone by this fast. And let's all hope that we'll have a wonderful 2022. So for today's episode, the idea was given to me by Bindu Madhava, who is my cinematographer, my editor, my producer, my director, all of that. So what it is sort of a mix of songs. Some that were traditionally played in India for New Year's Eve on either the radio or Doordarshan, and some songs that actually depict New Year's Eve celebrations in movies, and some songs that talk about looking towards a better future, towards a better tomorrow. So, to start us off with, this is a classic. It's from the movie Ghar Ghar Ki Kahani, which was released in 1970. It starred Balraj Sahani and Nirupa Roy in the lead, and Rakesh Roshan and Kannada movie star Bharati sort of as the younger parallel leads. The movie it's a social drama. It's about teaching children how to live within their means and, how to take on responsibilities of running a house. It was kind of an interesting movie, average success in the box office. Music was very beautiful. Kalyanji Anandji teaming up with Hasrat Jaipuri for this movie. This song, it's a very sylvan setting. They're in this, forest. It's college students. So the young couple are falling in love. Jalal Agha, who is Rakesh Roshan's friend in the movie, he's observing all of this and he is singing for them, expressing the feelings that they are, undergoing. Kishore Kumar has sung this song oh so beautifully. Sama hai suhana suhana, nashe mein jahan hai.
Sama hai suhana, nashe mein jahan. नशे में जहाँ है किसी को किसी की खबर ही कहाँ है हर दिल में देखो मोहब्बत जवां है समा है सुहाना सुहाना नजर से अफसाने कह रही है नजर से अफसाने हो रहा है असर कि जिसको दिल जाने देखो ये दिल की अजब दास्तां है नजर बोलती दिल बेजुबान है समा है सुहाना सुहाना नशे में जहाँ है किसी को किसी की खबर ही कहाँ है हर दिल में देखो मोहब्बत जवां है
The second song, this is from the movie Anadi. It was released in 1959. The movie was based on Arthur Miller's play, All My Children. Few changes, instead of the plane factory, it's a pharmaceutical company. and way more melodrama as well. Raj Kapoor, Nutan in the lead, and because it's a Raj Kapoor movie, music is fantastic. It's the usual quartet of Shankar Jaikishan, Shailendra, Hasrat Jaipuri. And the lyrics for a lot of the songs in the movie are absolutely spot on and perfect. Both Hasrat Jaipuri and Shailendra have done a fantastic job. Anyway, this song is picturized on Raj Kapoor, essentially, and a very peppy Helen. It's a New Year's Eve celebration, and Raju, who is the poor, honest worker in the pharmaceutical factory, has taken his landlady, Mrs. Disa, played very superbly by Lalita Pawar. And when he takes her there, they're sitting down, and somehow he sort of gets pulled into the whole song dance routine, and he's singing and dancing with Helen. Manade and Lata Mangeshkar have sung the main leads in the song, and there's a chorus as well accompanying them. 1958, 1959 is the song. I know it sounds kind of odd to say it, but it's a very fun song.
1956, 1957, 1958, 1959, 1956, 1957, 1958, 1959. दुनिया का ढांचा बदला, किस्मत का साचा बदला, आंखें तो खोलो जरा लाला हो कहाँ. दुनिया का ढांचा बदला, किस्मत का साचा बदला, आंखें तो खोलो जरा लाला हो कहाँ. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. ताज निराले, राज निराले, जीवन के सारे साज निराले, महफिल महफिल घूम. धरती के जाए, अंबर पे छाए, फैला के बाहें, चंदा बुलाए, आजारा को चूम. 1959, 1959, 1959, 1956, 1957, 1958, 1959.
Julie, released in 75, took the country by storm. It was a critical success, it was a box office hit. It was actually a remake of a Malayalam movie, Chattakari. This movie was made in Tamil, it was made in Kannada, in Telugu, went on to be remade over the years and has been a success every single time. It's a very unusual story. An Anglo-Indian girl falls in love with a Hindu boy and gets pregnant, has a baby. So, this whole thing of unwed mother, highly controversial. But the music for this movie was by Rajesh Roshan and was very, very good. So the scene for this particular song is where Julie, played by Lakshmi, has invited her friend, played by Rita Bahaduri, and her friend's brother, Vikram, who is her love interest in the movie, to a New Year's Eve party. And Rita Bahaduri actually sings the song in the movie, and playback was by Lataji. The lyrics for the song were by Anand Bakshi. Very pretty song. Ye raate nahi purani. Ye raate nahi purani. Ye raate nahi purani. Aate aate jaate kehti hai koi kahani. This last, I would say, 2 years have been very, very tumultuous, depressing, very hard, I think, for the whole world. A small virus has basically, turned our lives upside down. And I'm sure there are a lot of you out there who've lost close family and friends to this epidemic or rather pandemic. I think people have lost their homes, lost their jobs, mental health issues have become widespread. It's been really bad. At a time like this, we need hope. And Indian movies have some fantastic songs, sort of, indicating that there is a better future. The first one that I'd like to share today is from the movie Sone Ki Chidiya. It was released in 1958. It was a super hit, but a highly unusual movie, the theme of the movie, as well as the fact that both on-screen and off-screen, it had an absolute star-studded cast, one should say. You had Nutan, Balraj Sahani, Talat Mahmood on screen. Behind the scenes, you had Ismat Chugtai writing the story and producing the movie. Her husband Shahid Latif directed the movie. You had Kaifi Azmi, Sahir Ludhianvi, Majroo Sultanpuri writing the lyrics and O.P. Nair's music. And then, of course, you had Muhammad Rafi, Asha, Lata, all of these people there, right? So amazing. So this movie was essentially about a young orphaned girl who is exploited by her family. Her uncle, she has to go live with him because her parents are dead. And because she's very talented, he takes advantage of the fact that she's bringing in money. She's a goose basically that lays the golden eggs. And she realizes that her family is exploiting her. She meets this wonderful young man. She falls in love with him. But she's betrayed by him as well because he has some circumstances that he can't overcome, and he leaves her. Finally, in the end, when everything looks so black, she actually finds happiness in this idealistic young poet, Balraj Sahani. The movie definitely conveys Ismat Ji's, communist and socialist leanings, but it's a beautiful movie actually. So if you get a chance, do watch it. This song appears in the end, and it's picturized on Balraj Sahani and Nutan, sung by Rafi Saab and Asha Ji. Raat bhar ka hai mehma andhera, kiske roke ruka hai savera. Sahir Ludhianvi's lyrics.
मौत कभी भी मिल सकती है, लेकिन जीवन कल न मिलेगा. मरने वाले सोच समझ ले, तो ये पल न मिलेगा. रात भर का है महिमा अंधेरा, किसके रोके रुका है सवेरा. रात भर का है अंधेरा, किसके रोके रुका है सवेरा. रात भर का है महिमा अंधेरा. रात जितनी भी संगीन होगी, सुबह उतनी ही रंगीन होगी. रात जितनी भी संगीन होगी, सुबह उतनी ही रंगीन होगी. गम ना कर गर है बादल घनेरा, किसके रोके रुका है सवेरा, रात भर का है मेहमान धेरा.
In 1963, a kind of a lesser known movie called Sushila was released. I could not find a copy of this movie to watch. The stars are all unknown. And I only found this because I was looking through Janisar Akhtar Saab's poetry, and I found that he had written lyrics for the song, and I was like, oh my goodness, what beautiful songs in this movie. The music has been composed again by someone who is not very well known at all, C. Arjun. He used to be an assistant to Bulosi Irani, way back when, in the 40s, 30s, 40s. And he's a very talented music director. He's composed music for a bunch of songs that never did very well at the box office. So people haven't really associated him with, any kind of hits really, which is sad. The only really hit movie that he is associated with is Jai Santoshima. So anyway, this movie's songs, especially this one, it's all about hope. Sung as a duet by Rafi Saab and Talat Mahmood. It's interesting. Talat Mahmood's version, part of it, not version of it, but part of it is very, disheartened. Oh my God, my life is so messy, kind of a thing. And then Rafi Saab's version is all very peppy and upbeat and say, hey, yeah, things look bad right now, but you know what, tomorrow's going to be great. So I think it sort of fits our theme of songs of hope. The song is Gham ki andheri raat mein dil ko na beqarar kar, subha zarur aayegi, subha ka intezar kar. Janisar Akhtar, after all.
Gham ki andheri raat mein dil ko na beqarar kar, subha zarur aayegi, subha ka intezar kar. गम की अंधेरी रात दर्द है सारी जिंदगी जिसका कोई सिला नहीं, दिल को फरेब दीजिए और ये हौसला नहीं, और ये हौसला नहीं. मुझसे तो बदगुमान हो, खुद पे तो एतबार कर, सुबह जरूर आएगी, सुबह का इंतजार कर. गम की अंधेरी रात में.
Finally, we come to my favorite music album, Fir Subah Hogi. This movie was released in 1958, and it was one of the top grossers of 1958 as well. Again, a movie that is star-studded, both on and off, screen. It was based on Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment, so you know that it's a sad movie. It feels tragic, basically until the last 5 minutes. It ends on a note of hope that, finally the lead pair can actually see a happy future for themselves. Watch it, it's a good movie, or at least listen to the music. This movie was produced and directed by Ramesh Saigal. The dialogues for this movie were written by the very great Mahakavi Dinanath Madhokji. Lyrics, Sahir, and music, Khayyam. Khayyam and Sahir were a magical combination. There are other movies that they both collaborated with and produced absolutely fantastic music. Raj Kapoor, Mala Sinha were the main leads, Rahman playing a very important parallel lead as well in the movie. This song was sung by Rafi Saab and Asha ji. वो सुबह कभी तो आएगी. It's a very, very beautiful song, and make sure you listen to the lyrics. The lyrics are absolutely stellar.
वो सुबह कभी तो आएगी, वो सुबह कभी तो आएगी, वो सुबह कभी तो आएगी. इन खाली सदियों के सर से जब रात का आंचल ढलकेगा, जब दुख के बादल पिघलेंगे, जब सुख का सागर छलकेगा, जब अंबर झूम के नाचेगा, जब धरती नगमे गाएगी, वो सुबह कभी तो आएगी, वो सुबह कभी तो आएगी. जिस सुबह की खातिर जुग जुग से हम सब मर मर कर जीते हैं, जिस सुबह के अमृत की धुन में हम जहर के प्याले पीते हैं, इन भूखी प्यासी रूहों पर एक दिन तो करम फरमाएगी, वो सुबह कभी तो आएगी, वो सुबह कभी तो आएगी.
That's it, friends, for today. I hope all of you have a fantastic New Year's Eve party and wish you all a very happy, successful, prosperous, healthy 2022. I will be back in January with more, and until then, remember, music is food for the soul. Keep listening.